I just thought, maybe if I get if T-Dot doesn't work out, we never decide to stop it, and then I get another autistic friend, I might just call the next podcast the Autismos.
The Autismo Acoustics.
you like that one, yeah? The Autismo Acoustics.
That'd be the fucking band. But
It's
right,
not a bad name though, is it?
oh fucking hell, mate! For me, it would just be cocktail convos and just have cocktails and just talk about random shit.
That's what we do, anyways.
Yeah, but the difference is we have tea, but well, this time we don't have tea.
No, what we need to do is that when I get my money in, when I start getting paid the next 2-3 months, I'll make the effort of actually getting my own tea setup going.
By the way, you can do the intro.
Yeah. Oh, are we not recording? No.
We were recording for the last minute.
Funny.
So,
funny.
So your Autismo podcast name, that's in.
Yay. I mean, whatever. I said a lot of weird shit during the Phasmophobia.
Oh, yes, you did. We'll leave that a bit later on.
Welcome to Tea Talk, where typical Brits talk typical shit. I am your host, Extreme X Storm, joined by my co-host, Excalibur. He's a twat, and I hope everyone enjoyed their day, as I'm sure everyone enjoyed the night previous, thanks to certain events that we will talk about later.
Pretty much.
He's asking for a slap.
Yeah, you never know, you might get rocked. But of course, we do have a few subjects to talk about today, and of course, one of the things is, which was happened last week, I think it was during last week, by the glorious of Manchester United's Twitter, and that is Wayne Rooney was the first player is going to be inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame, and I'd definitely say one of the best England players within the 21st century, but that's just me. But one of the best English players of all time. That's a definite.
I'll give him that. As you know, I have given Rooney a good amount of respect, as I should, as he is. As much as I don't want to, I don't want to respect him, just for some reason, and there's just there is a level of respect there, and the same goes with Ronaldo. There's a level of respect there because of the absolute player that he is, and Rooney's not
Mr. Ronaldo, sweet.
I mean, Rooney's torn apart Liverpool several times, and it's made my day shit when that happens. But
pretty much,
yeah, one of the better English players to ever do it, and he deserves to be in that place.
Yep,
it's the Hall of Fame, and may his title never get taken away from him.
Yeah, but unfortunately, his international goals may be taken away from him very soon.
Yeah, but
by a least deserving player.
Yeah, if he wins the World Cup, I think he deserves an amount of praise, because the World Cup will be no easy feat. Excluding the 2018 World Cup, because that was a fluke all the way.
Yeah,
2018 World Cup was
that was a fat fluke because we had dog shit teams.
So Croatia was the biggest challenge, and we lost.
But the one thing that annoys me though is that we couldn't beat Italy in the Euros, but North Macedonia could beat them. That proves that North Macedonia got very little opportunities, but when they got the opportunities, they made them count. That's what England didn't do.
I did see that. It's just case in point of. I think it's the case at this point, isn't it, where a Euro team will not make it to the World Cup after they win it. Because I'm pretty sure it happened to France as well.
Yeah, because Italy's out, so.
Yeah. So,
thank God.
Listen, North Macedonia, I really hope that they go far. Pandev is watching somewhere.
To North Macedonia, thank you from the tea drinkers. Thank you. You did us a favour there. You did the one thing that we couldn't. You killed off the Italians. Just think about it. You look back in history, where it's like the 22nd century. And
22nd century? We're not in there yet.
No, I mean, when we're not alive and they have to look through history and all that shit.
Yes.
And one of the things they look at history could be the Euro final of 2020. Because obviously linked to similar events to the pandemic. and then they see, then they see the Italians having a 30-game win streak defeated by North Macedonia.
That is so bizarre, isn't it? It's always the shit teams that will ruin it, isn't it?
North Macedonia. That's who the Italians lost to. I don't regret that zoom in one bit. Not at all.
Yeah, that is just so bizarre. And don't get me wrong, I'm not surprised in the least that England lost against Italy because we are shit. We bottle it in it because we
bottled too many opportunities.
It's like we got Raheem Sterling up front. We got Man City players and Spurs players. Man City players are known for bottling the big cups. Prem, sure, they'll win that, but they walk through the Prem anyways, and they might not even win it this year.
Yep.
Fucking Harry Kane hasn't won anything at all. Like it's honestly quite sad. I don't even know if
he's a zero title merchant. How many years? How old is he now? 27?
Oh, he's 28, 29, I think.
28, 29. So he's gone through his whole career without winning one title.
We're about to find out.
That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Harry Kane's definitely buggering off next season.
Yeah, it's bizarre, and the fact that he has the contention to be like England's top goal scorer is quite sad.
Because I feel like Harry Kane is the true tap-in merchant.
Yeah.
You get the ball to him in a good position, he'll tap it in and score.
Harry Kane is 28 years old.
He can't do the hard work, but he can finish off the work.
Yeah, he's lost his pace as well, which isn't good because a lot of attackers don't lose their pace while they're about 30 odd, and he's losing his pace at 26.
Yeah, but I think that wasn't that because of injuries and surgery and shit.
Yeah, but a lot of players can recover from that, and I guess he's lucky enough to recover in terms of his ability, but not his pace.
Yeah, look on the bright side. He's still faster than Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I mean he can actually score goals as well. Do his job, I guess.
Yeah, at least Harry Kane can do his job. But of course, the one thing that I'm just like, obviously with the World Cup, looking at it is now, who do you think is going to win?
That could be fucking anyone. It's like I don't think Argentina are set up too bad this year. I also don't think Brazil. I don't think we'll do it.
Argentina has got a powerhouse on their backs at the moment because of the hype of winning the Copa America.
Yeah, it's like we need to watch out. So like, Italy are in there, so that's a big dominant force out already.
Yep. Portugal's in.
Portugal's no, not yet. They have to win one again.
Oh, they have to win one more. Okay.
I think they're up against North Macedonia now. So.
Yeah, they are actually. They are against North Macedonia.
So like, I think in terms of if I name three. I think three teams that will have a good chance is Germany, France, and Spain. I think the two potential underdogs that are a lot of the bigger teams, like the teams that might actually do it, but no one expects them to, is Spain and maybe Portugal. And then I if I was to name the underdog team, like the proper underdog team, I think Canada might be in for a shout because they were quite impressive for their qualification games. So
yeah, because teams who have qualified for the World Cup in Qatar are Germany, Denmark, Brazil, France, Belgium, Croatia, Spain, Serbia, England, Switzerland, Netherlands, Argentina. Iran's in the World Cup?
Apparently.
South Korea, Japan's qualified.
I wouldn't mind Japan winning that.
Saudi Arabia qualified, Ecuador's qualified, Uruguay's qualified, Canada, of course, qualified. Congratulations to Davies, and of course, Jonathan David. And of course, those are the teams confirmed for the World Cup at the moment.
Yeah.
If Japan win the World Cup, it would be the most weeaboo celebration in the world.
I just want to see Goku there because he is Japan's mascot, isn't he? So
just just dress up as Goku on the pitch. Don't wear the kit, just wear Goku's gear and just score the winning goal for the World Cup. That would be the best thing for Japan.
I would actually just cream myself if that happened.
Straight up. But of course, the best thing, looking at these teams, which are qualified at the moment, I'm going to throw it to Belgium.
I see Belgium with a chance.
I'm gonna put it to Belgium because here's why, you know. Because if we look at the world map, like if we look at where Qatar is on the map, so we go to Google Maps, we see Qatar, and then because if you look at Qatar, that's, as you can see, Italy is closer to Qatar than what it is to England, and guess what? Lukaku will perform a lot better, so that's why they have a higher chance of winning.
That joke's not going to stop until he retires, man.
Correct!
It's really not. It's like, I didn't know what you're on about for a minute, and then I caught on the Italy joke. I was like, yes, huge.
Yep, because Qatar is obviously down there, and of course, yeah, it's closer to Italy than Italy is closer to Qatar than what England is. So Lukaku has a very high chance of doing well in this World Cup.
Well, I love the pronunciation there of it's down there. Qatar's down there.
Qatar's down there.
Like,
Italy's over there.
It's down there with the rest of them, like they fucking should be. It's what he's trying to fucking imply. That's what you made it sound like. Oh yeah, that's gonna get clip now. Shit. I didn't mean that. Don't bomb us.
I didn't listen to it, but
Adam's not here, so I have to make up for it.
But right, so let's
move on to something that I've also said.
Well, the only difference is that it was censored at that point. Of course, last Saturday, the Phasmophobia went up on the main channel. Of course, that was edited by the man to my late, aka Mr. Extreme X Storm, aka Jake. Third video he has ever edited using the software of Adobe Premiere Pro, and it's doing well right now. It's doing well when it comes to views and comes to likes, for my standards anyway. Because, you know, channel very small, so getting any views higher than 6 I consider a dub. And that's on like 13, so I'm very happy with the performance of that. Yeah, so my question with that is what was it like editing that video?
Fun. A little bit grindy, because obviously I dove face first into dabbling with text, which when it comes to memey, funny videos, that's nice.
You're meant to keep talking, but okay.
Yeah. But when it comes into like memey text videos, you know, like with, you know, Soviet Womble, for example, like the guy that's probably known most for doing that, Fits, and you know, those types of content videos, text makes it 10 times better, because when put right anyways, and it's like text is needed for it. And this Phasmo video got dropped on me last minute, just because of finances from the man to my left.
I'm not cutting in any way, shape, or form, trust me.
So I only had about maybe 2-3 actual days available to do it. And I got it to about 10 minutes, which I was quite happy with. And I had so much fun doing it. Like, listen, Foot Lockdown is always nice to do, when it's not consistent.
But editing, it's shit in comparison.
Listen, filming Foot Lockdown's fun. Editing it is a pain. And I like editing it because I get to use loads of memes that
we got to pause
for yeah.
And we are back. Sorry for the distraction. Please continue, Jake.
Forgot where I was now.
Editing the video.
Yeah, like, listen, I enjoyed it. The text was not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was doing, you know, text tracking as well, which is always difficult, but really wasn't as much as I thought it would be. It's just a case of doing it frame by frame. When it moves, you move that as well. Keep it as... It wasn't perfect, but I think I did a good job for the first try. To a point where I wanted to do, like, you know, motion tracking as well, but that is a completely different beast, and that is not something I'm going to tackle at the moment.
It is a pain in the ass.
But text tracking and doing text itself was not as difficult as I thought, and was worth it as well. Adding the occasional meme in there as well did its justice, as it was quite funny as well.
Mm-hmm. Richard!
Richard! Oh dear, I seem to have spotted a cunt.
Good day.
And the
It's
censors
just,
as well wasn't bad as well, because I think they were making that funny, making the video a little bit more funny.
yeah.
But I enjoyed that video, making that video so much more than I did the Foot Lockdown episodes, and that is going to be my preferable target now when it comes to videos like that.
Yeah. Because, like, looking at how better that was
In such a small time frame as well.
it's like in such a short time frame and with a similar amount of time of footage, because that Phasmophobia session was about an hour long.
An hour and 40 minutes long, and I only used about 40 minutes of it.
40 minutes of the footage. 40 minutes of the footage that was cut down and pretty much used, which is actually pretty good if you ask me. That's really good, the fact that he was able to turn 40 minutes of shit into good content. Because like you look at the past 5 weeks of videos, because 5 weeks in a row of uploading, not bottled it yet.
It's a team effort, man.
Team effort, 100%. Of course, shout out to Jake and Suarez. I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Links in the description.
Indeed. And of course, obviously, week 1, Phasmo, 26. Foot Lockdown, 12 views. Prop Hunt, 6 views. Kind of disappointed in that. Foot Lockdown episode 2, 6 views. Again, meh. And of course, Phasmo again with 13. So pretty much what that shows me is that FIFA is inferior and every other video is superior.
We already discussed this as well, that FIFA will come back. Like, Foot Lockdown episodes will still happen. It's just it's going to be far more inconsistent to what it has been, because one, I don't want to do it every 2 weeks, and two, yeah, the enjoyment level FIFA right now isn't there.
That is non-existent.
Yeah,
it is non-existent. After the 8-3 times 25, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, and views have tanked as well. So like, yeah, it's just like other games are games with other people, whereas I get to just have a little bit more creative freedom. It's far better.
Yeah, it's like doing stuff like that is way more enjoyable. Obviously, because you're playing with friends and all that shit, but also just
to edit it as well. It's like I don't have to keep switching between different set saves and keep having to worry about those cut-offs and stuff like that. It's pretty just that footage is the best I could have asked for, because other than maybe 1 or 2 hiccups, I got it done pretty well. And because I only invested in about maybe 8 hours, 8 maybe 9 hours into doing that video.
8-9 hours of editing time.
Yeah, and that was towards a 10 and a half minute
3 days.
Yeah, a 10.5 minute Phasmo video, which was dropped on me last minute, and I only used 40 minutes of the footage. And I got it done to the quality that I did. I'm impressed with myself, and the fact that not only has the group as a collective liked it, because we've shown like what Mike, and George have all seen it, and they all liked it. But you showed your relatives as well, and they liked it.
My mum and my sister watched the videos, and they actually found it funny. And of course, you got to think that demographic is actually quite insane, in the fact that they enjoyed it. But of course, the real question is where to go next for videos and such. Because obviously, I don't want to do Phasmo all the time, because you can only do so much with Phasmo.
Yeah, because it'll just run to the ground.
Because even more recently, when we said, oh, we should play Phasmo, I'm just like,
we need again. We need other games in it, and well, we've got so many other games. It's just trying to encourage other people to play it with us.
Pause. And we are back. Welcome back. Hello, my friend. And sorry about that again. Too many interruptions in one day. But of course, I want other games besides Phasmo. They can be other horror games. That they can be, but just playing Phasmo all the time is just like
we've been playing a little bit of
Expressive
Bigfoot
Depressor
recently.
Bigfoot, but guess what? We can't get good fucking footage.
Well, it's because we don't get a lot of it in it. If we got like an hour footage, I could make something work with that.
Oh fuck it, I have an hour of footage, but the problem is, it was the exact same issues before. It's just like I just really didn't consider it good enough.
Well, if we can't figure out something for the 2-3 days, I will get that footage and I will make some out of it.
Yeah,
that Phasmo session wasn't as good as what we all thought it would be, and I still made something decent out of it. So
yeah, because it's like yeah, we have like other multiplayer games and all that shit. Because obviously, like you said, even though it's Bigfoot, that hasn't really worked out too well, but that's still one of them. Of course, Phasmo, we don't really want to do. Well, I don't really want to do personally because sometimes less is more, and more is less.
Well, we've got not only have we got, I'm trying to figure out the words now. We got Gmod, we've got Bigfoot, we've got Phasma is the last ditch issue now. Minecraft, if everyone wanted to come back for that, for maybe like a speedrun or something. We've got. I mean, let me look at what I've currently got up. Got on my
Deceit,
Una,
Golf with Friends,
Golf with Friends, Brawlhalla,
Raft,
and Among Us as well, but that's not going to soon. And
Among
if
Us.
push comes to shove, we do have MCC as well. And so it'll be your first time playing it because you've played a couple of missions of MCCs of Hill of Reach now for the first time. So there is that. If no one else turns up.
Yeah.
So we've got loads of games. We just need to get people to play it.
Of course, I feel like even though not everybody owns the game, I feel like Witcher would be a really good one as well. Because Witcher is pretty much prop hunt vibe. You have like powers with when you're the hunter or the hider. I feel like Witcher would be a very good one as well. And also, Witcher's cheap. So
yeah, I'd add that game stuff. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be one in the future.
We'll have to get on later on today and try and get people to play something else because I'm sure George will be down for a game or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just getting Owen.
Yeah, because the problem is they get on so late. It's just like... Because I feel like at night is when, but for me personally, Espresso Depresso kicks in. It's like, that's the Harry Potter spell which kills me in the inside.
We need to get a game where me and you can... And then we get footage of that, and then that's like the just in case.
Mate, fucking Power Wash Simulator, dude. Right there.
Yeah, Minecraft's also there for that, because I do want to bring back Little Cox out since 1.18's out, and...
I mean that is true.
And then...
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else there is that we do. To be fair, because of Game Pass, there is Back for Blood to do a proper run-through of that. And of course, one game which would be very intriguing, which I DM'd to you as well, which was Rainbow Six Extinction. Sorry, Extraction. Yeah, it is, but you should be able to run it anyways, because it's on Game Pass. So.
Yeah, but will I have the specs for it?
Yeah, you should be able to, but it's cross-play and cross-platform. So.
Okay, so we'll see then.
That's fine either way.
There's loads of games to play, so like I think we need to not only prioritize getting in, we just need to prioritize finding the games that we can play.
Yeah,
as two, just so then we have the footage there, because I don't want to be sat here for a week not doing anything when I could just be doing editing.
Yeah,
and then the footage is there then, which is like if Bigfoot's fine, I will make something out of that, whether it's like a shit little 8-minute video or if it's something I can extend maybe to 15 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. Because it's like in my mindset, there's so much I want to do for like multiplayer games and all that stuff. But believe it or not, all of us owning PCs for games is actually way more limiting for multiplayer content than what people think. Because like you think, oh, PC, there's so many games you can go for, which is fun and insane. But not quite. Not quite for a good old funny, good time multiplayer aspect.
Yes.
The funny thing, in my personal opinion, for the best like multiplayer stuff, where you can have a good time, everyone can laugh and all that shit, is Nintendo, personally. I feel like Nintendo take the cake. Mario Party, Mario Kart, fucking Nintendo Switch Sports when that comes out in April. That's 3 games alone, which would literally make multiple videos.
It's just getting everyone to play it, and we don't all have Switches.
Not everyone has Switches, so that is not gonna happen for me. But of course, I'm going to try and achieve that in other ways, because I did put out a Twitter poll couple of days ago saying Mario Kart 8 with viewers, question mark, and people are down for it.
Yeah, I have access to a Switch. I just need the game.
Because,
So I would play it if I got the game.
yeah. Because, Mario Kart 8, which was released in 2014 on the Wii U, and then re-released in 2017 on the Switch, finally is getting more content. There is a like a booster course pass, which is releasing like fucking 48 tracks or some shit.
Yep.
And that's being released across the course of the year, I think. So they've already released They've already released 8 maps. 8 maps, aka 2 cups, because there's 4 maps per cup. And of course, it's like finally content, because Mario Kart has been very dry on content for a very long time.
As another game that's been very dry on content.
What's that?
As other games that have been very dry on content.
Yeah, pretty much.
A certain Halo game.
Halo Infinite, yeah, that's been very, 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 very dry.
Ever since its release, there's been a constant demand for whether or not it needs a BR.
Yeah.
And
I thought we were leaving that to last, but okay. We'll talk about that now.
We'll just fucking send it. I don't know how much we're going to get into it, but...
Because one of the things, before Halo even released, people were saying, oh, it should need a Battle Royale. It needs a Battle Royale. It needs a Battle Royale. And of course, Tim the Tapman made a tweet a little while ago saying, if Halo made a Battle Royale, it would be one of the best games ever made. And of course, the real question is, which I put as the subject when I write them down on a notepad, does Halo need a Battle Royale?
No.
Why does it not need a Battle Royale, Mr. Jake, aka Extreme X Storm?
Because it's not like other shooters. Halo's made a name for itself for being a game that's not like COD. Like when it started copying other games, it fucking was shit. Halo 5 is just copying so many different aspects of other shooters and shit. Like, well, that's not what made Halo good. Halo's made a name for itself. We didn't have Sprint until Halo Reach. And Halo was glorious back then. I'm sure these games might not translate well to new players that play it now in these days, but when Halo was in its prime, Halo was good. It was good because it wasn't the same as every other fucking shooter.
Yeah.
A BR would fix Halo. It might increase the player count for a while.
It will increase the player base by a lot, especially since the BR would be free.
But that's not what is needed. Like, Halo doesn't need that right now. It needs updating. It needs
it needs updates. It needs some modes which were released from previous Halos or new modes to pretty much revive the quietness of the game.
Yeah, it's like these new modes, some of them are alright, but like...
But listen, I'll put it this way, because like I mentioned this to you before, of course. With, let's say Halo Infinite is a 4-year game cycle. Or 4 or 5 years. Let's say Halo's 5 years, right? We shouldn't have to worry about a BR game until year 3? Year 2 at a push?
Listen, if BR... Let's say that Halo Infinite's life cycle is 4 years, right? If it makes it to the 4-year mark, and it still has they're still pumping out content and it's doing all right, and let's say that this next Halo game might have to be delayed for whatever reason, and that's if they make another Halo game and don't go all across the thing that I'm thinking that they might do. Maybe a Battle Royale gets put in there, because at that point, okay, then there's some content to be put in there. Maybe they can make a storyline for the multiplayer characters.
There could be a pretty cool storyline for that. Just if there was a separate universe for the
I don't think
Battle Royale purpose of it.
It's because listen, they've laid the structure out for our multiplayer characters to be part of the story. And if maybe the Battle Royale was an extended part of the story, then maybe it could make sense. I don't want a Battle Royale that comes out and it has literally fuck all to do with the rest of the Halo. Because at the end of the day, this multiplayer aspect is supposed to be part of the campaign in a sense that it's supposed to be part of that story. And if they incorporate a good story, where it's constantly being updated and constantly being given out content to a BR that's actually going to be wanted, and if they make it interesting enough to where it will be played, by Halo fans and not people who have been demanding it for so fucking long, sure. Okay, then do it after a couple of years. But make sure it's actually working and it's not just a split copy of Vanguard's shithouse or the crap that Fortnite's become now.
The one that, I'll put it this way, for Halo and the overall question of does it need a Battle Royale? The answer, I don't think it needs a Battle Royale either. But if Halo released a Battle Royale and it was good, and you could pick up abilities like you can in the Halo campaigns, in like crates and all that shit, if it was something similar to that, and of course they created unique and new abilities for it, it would kill Warzone and Fortnite. I feel like a Halo BR would kill Warzone and Fortnite.
I think it would. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not entirely against the idea of a BR.
I'm not.
But I don't think it needs it. Like, if you ask me the question, does Halo need a BR? No, it needs fixing first. It needs content.
It don't need.
That's been lacking.
It doesn't need BR when it comes to content releasing. What it just needs is new multiplayer modes, or ones which are released from previous Halos, like I said before.
For longevity, maybe a BR can help. A BR would help.
It would help the longevity of the game by a long shot. Why do you think Warzone?
Fortnite's created.
Why do you think Warzone's still alive?
Listen, Halo, when it came out, absolutely thrashed Battlefield and absolutely thrashed Vanguard when it came out.
Because they're two dogshit products.
That's my point. Halo doesn't need a BR to compete.
It don't.
Because it's already a better product.
I'll put it this way.
It just needs updating.
Halo Infinite, on the spectrum of casual multiplayer releases like Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield, it doesn't need to compete with those two games at all. Because when it comes to their multiplayers, their modes and all this stuff, and the campaigns, yes, it is better than both those games by a landslide.
But it's still, of course,
with a Battle Royale, it wouldn't be Halo versus Vanguard and Battlefield. It'd be Halo versus Fortnite versus Warzone. Because I consider Warzone an entire separate entity from what Vanguard is.
Warzone right now is not even that good.
No, of course not. Because
Warzone and Fortnite right now aren't even amazing.
I know, like, Fortnite realistically to begin with. Just because if you wanted to get into Fortnite now, you would have to crank 90s and pretty much have about 15 yards as your desk base.
Fortnite was ruined with building. Don't get me wrong, at the start it was like, okay, then it's
too sweaty now. It's like, if you wanted to get into Fortnite and be good at it, you had to do it back when it was released. Doing it now, you don't stand a chance.
No one cares. I know someone who was very, very much into Fortnite and a very good fucking player.
I know, he carried us a couple of dubs back in the day.
Yeah, like, he doesn't play the game no more. Like, doesn't care. Oh. He's more of a Rocket League boy now. Oh, because Rocket League you can still somewhat compete. But like,
Rocket League is toxic as fuck, though. Rocket League, yeah, another video idea that we could do as well. Rocket League, we just need to be not shit.
Yeah, we just need to get a mic in and play it.
Or when we do Rocket League and it doesn't involve mic, it can just be private lobbies or like 2v2s.
Yeah.
But of course.
That's
Actually, if Mike isn't on tonight, we can see if Owen and George would be down to try that. Because obviously, Rocket League is free.
Yes. I'll play that.
Unfortunately, he's on Epic, though, so we cry.
Yeah, Tom won't play then.
But that's the thing, though, because technically for me, Rocket League is on Steam still, because I still have that from then. Because when you go to the store page of it, I don't think you can install it. Yeah. As requested from the publisher, Rocket League is unlisted on Steam Store and will not appear in search. So I have still the official Steam version when it was still in store.
Yes, so it's definitely an idea.
Yeah.
But onto something else that we were all laughed at during last night.
Oh yes, of course. Wait, are we really talking about that?
I mean, we might as well to get the numbers.
Okay, then screw it. Of course, last night was the Oscars in the United States and the Americas. And of course, what I would like to say happened, because I feel like this would be pretty good. Chris Rock got rocked at the Oscars by Will Smith.
It's pretty much what happened.
Because G.I. Jane was a bit offensive of that
I don't
exact
even
joke.
think it was offensive. Like I get it. Like she's felt a bit insulted.
She was offended by, like, for example, that's the thing. I can see why she would get offended or something like that, because when Tom goes with Addison's, it being a made-up disease. I understand it from that similar aspect, because that pisses me off when people say it's a bullshit disease.
Yeah, like I get it. Listen, like what she has is serious for her, and it would be serious for anyone else that has it. But the problem with how she took it was that she's part of the media world.
Mm.
If a simple joke like that's gonna piss her off, then I don't know how she survived for so long anyway.
The one thing that I would say, which would have been a good call, is that before, because clearly the joke that Chris Rock made, he planned that out before he went out and did his presentation on the Oscars, right?
Yes.
So couldn't he at that point could have contacted the Smith family and be like, "Hey, can I make this joke?"
Well, that kind of ruins the joke, though.
Yeah, but of course, yes, they hear the joke, but they hear the joke before it happens, but no one else knows about the joke until they hear it on the Oscars, right?
Yeah, but the problem with that though is just like that ruins a part of the joke because they know about it. Like if they know about it, then funny is it? It's like if I came out and called you a cunt, and then before that I told you that I was going to
Yeah,
call
but
you
I know
cunt.
I'm a cunt, so at that point it's...
Yeah, but it's still funny because I didn't have to go out and tell you. It ruins the effort of the joke.
Yeah, but it's like, if you're going to throw a joke which is also a combination of a jab at somebody, I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to see, like, yeah, can I make this joke before we go on live television? Then that could have prevented the situation of Will Smith rocking Chris Rock.
Yeah, but then that would have denied us a good meme.
Well, yes, it would have denied us a good meme, and it would have denied us this podcast subject. But it probably would have been a bit more professional way to go about it. But fair enough to Chris Rock. He took it like a champ and said, "Okay, I just got slapped in the face. This is the best thing that's ever happened to the Oscars." And just
as he should, because let's face it, he hasn't done that wrong.
Made Will Smith look like a right muppet. But of course, like, obviously, that's the thing. If my wife was insulted on television, like, I wouldn't tolerate either, but I wouldn't have tolerated it.
But you want to go out and slap him, is it?
Yeah,
like,
you don't slap him in the face on live television.
Like
I probably would have said the same shit of being like, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah,
but
sure,
I don't think I would have walked up and just straight up gave him a smack in the face.
Because that's assault.
That's
legit assault on live television. Like there's no more evidence you need. It's done it.
That's the thing. The police aren't pressing charges against Will Smith.
Well, yeah, because Chris Rock, it was a slap, not of like.
It was a slap. If it was an uppercut, then it's a bit of a different story.
If he caused damage, then sure.
A bitch slap is just...
If anything, he just provided Chris Rock with more fucking jokes to make.
Yeah, he provided him with more ammo. Like,
it's like you fed him, he wins. Like you slap him, he still wins. If you don't slap him, he also wins.
It's like, Will Smith, I understand you want to, I'll put it this way, trying to slap the hair off of Chris Rock ain't gonna make your missus feel better. Not how it works.
Listen, I get that she's got you wrapped around her little finger, like no tomorrow, but like that's not gonna do much.
It's like you just can't swap the hair off somebody else's head and then try and give it to your missus. It's not how it works, man.
I mean, I don't even know why he's doing it. Anyways, he laughed at the joke.
The reason why he went up and did it is because his missus pretty much gave him the death stare.
I was like, yeah, if he wasn't tied to her like a fucking dog, then yeah, okay, then he wouldn't have done it.
Pretty much.
He laughed. He laughed
at the joke, and then of course your missus gets offended because when it comes to relationships, when the missus is offended, you got to back up for the missus. Unfortunately, that's just how it is in shitty relationship world.
When you get offended, it's your problem. If she gets offended, it's
also your problem.
It's how it goes, isn't it? Like, because
which is stupid, but that's how it goes.
Sometimes you get someone that will defend you when a bad joke is made.
Yeah.
In which for them we salute every single one of them. But for the ones that don't and expect you to do fucking everything, fuck you.
Pretty much.
It's how it goes, isn't it? It's like
it's just ridiculous in all honesty.
It's like I don't think Chris Rock was in the bad, but then again, I don't think Will Smith did it professionally. But then again, I don't think he's acting in his right mind.
It's within like the 50-50 of the situation. It's like obviously,
it was a bad joke, but it was also a bad reaction to the
it
joke.
was a bad joke and a bad reaction that was made. So it was a bad play on both parts. That's why I don't think there's no charges going to be. That's why there's no charges against Will Smith. Because I think it's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have made the joke, but in a day, you shouldn't slap the man in the middle of the fucking Oscars.
Yeah, it's like you should have made the joke, and like
That's
I
like
mean,
having
half the jokes are tasteless, anyways.
that's like having a presentation in the White House and being like, "Hello, Taliban taxi." No,
yeah, it's just
you can't do that.
this is why they need to get Ricky Gervais to do it, because yes, he absolutely destroys people with his jokes, but no one cares. That's part of Ricky Gervais's charm. He kills people and he gets away with it.
You know what? This just reminded me of something. Because when we're recording this, it is Monday, and of course, yesterday was Mother's Day in the United Kingdom. So of course, I went out with the family for the day,
Yes.
and of course, after that point, my dad had a few beers,
Okay.
and of course, this is where that's how we start this off. Pretty much, we get into the taxi, but on the way home, this is about 8 o'clock. Of course, we got the taxi, we drive home, and of course, when my dad's drunk, he obviously gets chatty with people, and of course, he got chatty with the taxi driver.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this guy is Somalian.
Oh no.
This guy's Somalian.
I sense a certain word beginning with P coming soon.
Of course, funny you mentioned that. Yes. He does mention to him, but it's like, because he was mentioning that he was going to go back to Somalia because he's been in the UK for 20 years, and of course he had two reasons for it: one, the weather, and two, the food. And during the point, I was like, "What do you mean the weather? At least over here you can actually steer the boats." And nah, that's not the best part. That's not the best part. The second one is like, oh yeah, number two, the food, and it was like, yeah, because he said, oh yeah, over in Somalia, their food is fresh, and zero hesitation, my dad immediately responded, it's because you don't have electric. It's because you don't have a fucking freezer, mate. Fair enough. The taxi driver took it like a champ. He found it funny. He literally clapped his hands and laughed because even though he's not wrong, it's highly offensive, but it's also funny. He found it funny, which is props to him because not many people can take jokes like that very well.
I love people like that can take a joke because they're such good people to hang out with because you know that it's offensive joke, but it makes the joke even better.
Everyone in the car, because it's very bad in the situation, but obviously, white family, white British Irish family, Somalian taxi driver.
He's probably had worse, isn't it? Like he's had worse.
He literally says like, "Oh yeah, I've had worse customers." You guys are all right.
He said worse than people that meant it. Like your dad was doing a joke.
Yeah, he was doing a joke, and obviously he had a few beers and all that stuff. But that was just funny. When we got out of the car, the first thing I said was, "How many fucking beers have you had?" To make a joke like that in the car, because they have no electric. Are you taking the piss?
Thing is, though, it's like I see where it comes from now. Like I just know where it comes from with some of the shit you say.
Yeah,
because you can't hold your hands up and say that you're already better than that.
No, oh no, I'm worse. I'm worse than that.
You don't even have to drink to make those jokes.
I'm worse than that. I'm
you
worse
made a
than
Japan joke during the Phasmo video. I had to censor it out.
And of course, a certain couple of random jokes, which will never be said on the face of the internet, ever.
No.
Because they go way too far in comparison to the Japan jokes.
I'm not going to say the joke. I'm not going to say the joke. But this motherfucker made a fucking very, very, very naughty joke. And I say this right now. Oh, Brandon wouldn't be here if he had that joke. It was a very, very bad joke.
It was very bad.
You got a lot of shit for it as well. And
with that joke, I just want to say, the joke's not even mine. If you go to youtube.com/blog, that is where I got the joke from, because it was based off of a Warzone video. Which was involved with Smitty and all that stuff, and was like, wow, with the person that we know and the stuff that's going on, this joke really fits. I'm gonna make the play.
You may not have picked up the ammo, but you fucking put up the gun and fucking shot it.
I just got the spy somewhere else and just took the shot. Yeah. Oh, if he was there, there would have been a literal shot taken.
But you know the joke was bad when Adam said it was a bad joke.
It's like, I thought I was you, both. Fucking hell.
Adam is the most controversial racist on the planet. And
Yeah.
even he said it was bad.
He's like pretty much with our mate Adam. He is the true ultimate version of an emo, and also
He's a
he
neo-Nazi.
hates everybody. Right? He hates everybody. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight, a frying pan. He don't like you. That's just how it is. He's a frying pan himself. He's pansexual, and he still doesn't like anybody else in the human race because that's just how he is.
He only hangs out with us because we're the occasional funny.
We're tolerable in comparison. And also with that, I think I've taken the crown for the most emo joke of all time.
No, like, you've taken the crown for destroying Brandon. I make a lot of jokes at Brandon, but I don't fucking kill him in the same way that you do it.
Just ammunition.
No. That's not regular ammunition. That's explosive rounds.
No, that's AI drones. AI assassin drones by Elon Musk. That's what that is.
That's what they are.
It's like, that's just
that joke, man.
Funny joke.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't laugh. But that was after like a good 2 minutes of just pure silence after that joke was made. And there was everyone in that group went silent for that minute. Was just like,
it's a joke that Owen doesn't even know about.
Yeah, he still doesn't know. No, he knows about it. You said the joke.
No, I didn't say the joke. No, he deafened.
Oh yeah, he deafened for that.
He deafened. Mike doesn't know the joke either.
Mike can take it because he's probably said something like that before. He's Welsh. He lives in Wales.
He's not Welsh. He's Canadian, but lives in Wales.
But he lives in Wales, so he's inbred.
Yeah, he's inbred of maple syrup and blam.
My feet.
I mean that as well. But of course, that's just the summary of that. Pretty much, it was pretty insane. And of course, moving on swiftly from that, because I thought that story would be a little nice thing to add in the podcast.
Not nice for Brandon.
Not nice for Brandon at all, no. I was on about just what my dad's in the car, but that escalated. But of course, one thing which I want to mention is, of course, TCG videos. Of course, I've decided, personally, that they're going to go back on the main channel, because I can't be consistent enough for Pokemon videos, because I CBA do playthroughs, or they don't work, because when I try and randomize Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, it doesn't work. I don't know why. But I will figure that out eventually. But of course, just that's not going to happen. But
they'll go back on the main channel anyways, won't they? Because you're changing the Pokemon channel to something else.
Yeah, that'll be a VODs channel. That'll be the plan for that. But of course, a little hint of the next TCG video, which will be coming out on the channel. It'll be a mini one. It's not like a massive one. That's your hint. Because obviously, since the camera's flipped, you can't see it properly. But that says V-Stars. And these come out of the Brilliant Stars packs. And you can see my reaction of that. That confused the shit out of me when I saw this instead of an energy. There is your hint. Of course, there'll be a bit... Pretty much what you see over there is pretty much what the background is of the video. Except for the cranberry juice there. Ignore that.
That's how he survives.
That is how I survive. Is by cranberry juice. But yes, it's like, I want to get back into TCG videos a lot more because there's so many good cards and sets now. Like, holy fuck.
He wants to. Not only that, you want to get back at me though, don't you? Because I've gotten a lot right now with some of the cards that I've got.
Kaji gets the Mew VMAX alternative art. Kaji gets the Espeon VMAX alternative art from Evolving Skies. Sorry, is it Evolving Skies or Fusion Strike?
Fusion Strike.
And then casually gets
a Blaziken VMAX.
Blaziken VMAX alternative art,
From, what was it called?
Evolving?
Not Evolving Skies. Hang on.
Vivid Voltage?
Chilling Rain.
Chilling Rain. That's it.
So I got a Chilling Rain. Blaziken VMAX, which is a lot of money. It's the rarest card in the set.
Yeah.
I got a Fusion Strike Embryon V. Not Embryon. It was Espeon VMAX. All that, which is it's not cheap. And then from a 3-pack blister, I got a Mew card that was VMAX. Oh.
Yeah, camera's bugging. Don't worry about it.
Which was very, very, very shocking to my system because I didn't know how much it was until Connor told me.
Here was a lot of money. Here was a lot of money.
So, like, Connor needs to catch up at this moment because
I need to catch up. But why I pack in that Brilliant Stars video is it's the start of me catching up.
Yeah, you caught up a little bit with that one.
Because that's the thing. What gave me the massive, huge dub within my Pokemon collecting?
I thought you were about to say huge chub. I was like, okay.
No, it's about a 50-foot log, if we want to talk about that. Because
is it part of real estate?
Free real estate. Free real estate. But of course, one of the, pretty much, what got me my first proper huge dub, which put me in the lead for good pulls, was this. Which is, and of course, people which are listening to this on Spotify, it is the Shiny Charizard V from Champion's Path.
That's the one thing he has over me at the moment.
And the next time I go ahead of him for pulls, for individual card value, will be another Charizard in Brilliant Stars. Because there's the Rainbow Rare Charizard V-Star, the regular Charizard V-Star, and not only that, an alternative Charizard VR of Charizard versus Venusaur. One of the few most expensive cards in that set, being at 150. I'll get that, and I'll claim it to be mine. Out of 1 booster box, 3 booster box, 5 booster box.
How long does it take?
It will happen.
I mean, the more like thing is like you can overtake me in terms of the cards that you've gotten, but I have far better aspect ratio.
You have a far better aspect ratio.
But 3 booster boxes and a couple of blisters have got me that.
I'll put it this way: it's like, because you have 3 of the top tier cards in the game.
Yes.
3 top tier cards from 3 different sets.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like, for those sets out of a similar pack ratio to yours, it's like the second best pulls, pretty much. But if we really want to look at it out of that, because it was ETBs that got you the Blaziken and the
ETBs that got me the Blaziken and the Espeon.
And the Espeon.
The Mew I got out of a blister.
Right, so the 3-pack blister. So the Charizard was out of 1 box of the Champion's Path, which is 4 packs. Either 4 or 6 packs. So there's a pretty good ratio there. Then of course we've got to be talking about a couple of other, but I can't remember all my pulls specifically. The Lapras, that was out of 3 ETB attempts. I think it was 3 ETBs. So during the time that'd be 120.
And but it's like the new one as well, which came out of 2 free plat pistas.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Of course, that one as well. Of course, they have actually announced a new set which is coming out in May.
Another one?
Yes, which is like pretty much showing the origin forms of Dialga, Palkia, and of course Darkrai making an appearance in that set as well, apparently. But so that's going to be a lot of fun when that happens. Of course, I'm not going to show the cards that were in that video because, you know, watch the video to see the pulls. It's only like a 10-minute one, probably be less than that even. But go check that out either way. And of course, this is going to be it for T-Talk Podcast. If you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. So it's what give. We greatly appreciate it. Go check out Jake, his socials and all that stuff. We linked in the description. Same with Spotify as well. Give us a review. 5 stars. Greatly appreciate it. Of course, all our links in the description, even on Spotify. Go check everything out. Of course, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching this. There's a goodbye from me and goodbye from my wonderful co-host.
Goodbye.
And enjoy your brew.